It's NBA basketball. On 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. The Houston Rockets coming to this one after a win against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Yeah, the last game, it felt like they were just feeding off of what they were doing defensively, forcing a lot of those turnovers, and that helps build your defensive confidence.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Young looking around. And what a matchup we have here in the front court break.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Oh, Aaron Gordon, just simply one of the best dunkers of his generation.
Young outside. Pass to LeBron. Over Gordon. The Rockets pull it in. Now let's find out what head coach Quinn Snyder had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Coach said he knows the obstacles of playing against Paul George. He told me, you know he's going to have his fingerprints all over this game on offense and defense. Our goal will be to minimize how often we let him disrupt our game plan. We'll see how long they can keep George out of the picture. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Driving inside. Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
And that is a merciless dunk coming from Aaron Gordon.
And the shot goes in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now, here's Okongwu. Three-pointer, Daniels drills it from outside. Daniels has got 5 now.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel-good.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Undeniable range. Young is going to pull up the moment he gets any angle out there.
Here's George. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Paul George, really a true two-way player in the NBA. Gives you so much on both ends, so you get all-star value offensively and defensively.
And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Duran a screen. Young from outside.
Daniels stays right on top of the shooter. This guy can defend multiple positions. And one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Shoots it. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here's Young. Pass to Caruso. Young outside. Over Daniels. Young, no good.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Brooks with it. Left side, George. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on LeBron James.
Paul George right now one step ahead of his defender using the old pump fake.
And both free throws good for Paul George. The Hawks trail by 9. Young outside. Down low. Duran. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Here's Houston now. They're on a 14-5 run here. Pass to George. Back to Nembhard. Three-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
30 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Almost, but it rolls out.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Here's Nembhard. 5 on the clock. George with no one around. The 17-footer goes down. George has got 7 points.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And so it's Houston. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
So far in this one, guys, it's been the shooting. In particular, from mid-range. That has been huge for them.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report. Now, here is Young. He's got 5. Back to Caruso. The three-pointer off the mark.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game. Quickly up court with the basketball, delivered a perfect strike.
Atlanta with the ball. The Rockets making the shot. Kept alive. Pass to Caruso. Young outside. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Second chance shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Brent, we know that the NBA can be compared to any league in the world, and it is regarded as the best. But as someone who has won titles like you have, is it world champs, or should we just leave it at NBA champs?
Well, Kevin, it's a really good question, and I don't know what side I lean on. I prefer to talk about being the NBA champs. I mean, out of respect for what the world competitions represent, I think NBA champs is just fine. And look at that. The vision is why Trae Young can get you double-digit assists.
Nembhard with it. Jacks up a three. Another miss by Houston. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Pass to Rizachet. Puts up a three. And Trae Young hits from deep. Young's got it back down to within single digits for the Hawks.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Scooped up. Oh,
yes, sir.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Thompson in the corner. They get a hand on it. Caruso with the steal. Young from outside. Messi grabs the rebound.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
On the wing, Brooks hasn't made one yet.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high-usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
Houston with a big group substitution here. There's 1:26 left here in the second. Buffkin, no good. Rockets leading by 12. Here's Daniels. Lays it up and banks it in. Daniels has got 7 points in the game.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
The shot by Barlow, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And Brooks gets it to go.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
.40 seconds left to play here in the half. Drills the three-pointer.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
To the middle. Here's Barlow. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And with a monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Houston.
There's 18 seconds left now here in the second. And here's Daniels. He's got 10. Just 5 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Rockets lead by 17. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. LeBron James on the wing. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. James has got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Hawks. And one of those guys, Brent, who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who could dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trae is. But what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game.
Young's shot is off.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Inside, here's Martin, and finished off by Martin.
That's the man you want running into the pick and roll. It's Paul George at the helm. He's got the ball. and makes a great play.
Picked off in midair. Now Daniels. He's got 10. Off target from three-point range. Over to the wing. James looking around. Kept alive by Atlanta. The kick out to Young. It's good. Young's got 10.
So tricky there with the floater, and a nice touch from Trae Young.
Outside, George fires from 18. Atlanta with the rebound.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Young outside. Offline with his three. Houston leading by 16 to the inside. And finished off by Martin.
Love to see that from Dyson Daniels. He's a gifted passer.
Young outside. Screen by James. Again, Young missing.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
Here's George. Outside for Martin. And finished off by Martin.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
LeBron with it. Okongwu covering. Comes up empty down low. And it's Houston's ball. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Okongwu a screen. Here's George. Okongwu down low. Shot clock at 5. Houston with a new 14. Okongwu a screen. To the middle. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Okongwu's now got his first bucket of the night.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. And that one's good. Daniels. Daniels has got 12 points in the game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
James outside. Pass to Caruso. Outside, James. Young with the ball. And it's Martin picking him up. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Duran. Twelve seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Gordon. And so it's the Houston Rockets, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so George will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Gordon a screen. Nifty move. Out of hand on it. Smith on the wing. Back to George. Screen by Gafford. Just 5 on the clock. For 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Rockets. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. I think we have a beautiful game now.
Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one. Tough to defend against.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Down low. George with the steal. And here we go. Kicks it out to Gordon. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Now, here is George. Outside Gordon. Back to George. 5 to shoot. Gordon a screen. Offensive rebound. Oh, offensive interference. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And here's Young from the arc. Rebound by Smith.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. We've heard players and coaches complain, Brent, that the rules are too skewed in favor of the offense. You think that's true?
Well, Kevin, offense sells, and the fact that we've talked about how the league has increased pace, you don't really even have time to play defense in today's game. The one thing that I do like is that the league has allowed for some variance and some zone defense to start to be employed. So tactically, coaches are trying to throw different strategies out there, but man to man, it's hard.
And here's Atlanta. Caruso looking for an opening. Young left side. It's rebounded by Houston.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Can't throw it down with one hand.
Oh, you could tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting. Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
At the elbow, it's George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
LeBron outside. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Sinks that one from a post. James has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win. He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Left side, George. That doesn't go either for George. And it's the Hawks' ball. Outside, James. A fader. No good on that one. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance